Hey YouTube, this is Firewizard23 and I want to welcome you back to Let's Play Plok. This is actually a post-commentary on this episode because my original commentary I actually had to scrap because I actually started talking about something that I realized afterwards I was kind of ashamed that I started talking about. So we're going to continue on this commentary as if nothing happened. So let's continue. And no, it did not have to do with Anita Sarkeesian or feminism or anything like that. That's not what I ended up talking about. It was something else. It's something that I didn't feel was appropriate to be in this video or to be online, period. So, this level is so annoying. Oh, this level is so annoying. You're going to see me fail so many times here. These guys are the main reason why this level is a problem, because they hop about, and you have to knock... Yeah, I have to destroy them first here to grab my shield, to grab the invincibility gem item, and then getting up here after jumping on the spikes, you lose your feet. And that's what makes this level hard, because now anytime I move, I bounce. And I kind of waste my time here in these first areas, these first couple spots, because I try to destroy these monsters, which you can, but it becomes very difficult given the jumping mechanic at this point. Ow! Yeah, I end up taking just way too much damage early on here. Suffice to let everybody know, I am still looking for a job. And at least looking for a job that has employment, because now in the past 7 weeks, oh, no, 7 weeks? In the past 7 weeks, I have worked 3 days. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. So, not that I wasn't looking for a job before, but that's something I am doing because I really would like to work. I don't like living about the house, despite laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction, as Anne Frank says. And there's another thing that makes this level kind of hard. All these spots where you punch the sign and these little fleas pop out. I just realized you're going to lose out on all the audio of this, but I'm really sorry. I didn't want to put up the original. This level is kind of like do 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 do. That's how this level sounds. So what else to talk about? What's going on? Well, you know, I suck at doing post-commentary. I mean, basically, all I did in this commentary was just like, I'm getting hit, I'm doing this, and then I started talking about the thing I didn't want to talk about. That I didn't feel comfortable having in a video when I realized what it was. I'm like, oh, that's really something that shouldn't be in a video. I started talking about my job, okay, and I started saying things that, like, you know, this really shouldn't be going online, and saying these things. Not nasty, but just like, you know, you don't want it to get right back to the right ear, the certain ears, and then those people start thinking things like, oh, well, if that's how you feel, yeah, like, So that's better just not to be here, and we will keep this about the games. So yeah, these guys, the guys with the, as you know, you have to hit them once and then they hop up as a skeleton thing. You have to hit them again while they're in the skeleton form. And the creatures with the shields are even harder because you have to hit them from the back first and then hit them from the other side because they turn around. Ugh, very, very annoying. I hope everyone's enjoying this game. We're about 70% done at this point. So I do hope everyone's enjoying what they're watching. I've enjoyed this. I hadn't picked up this game in years, and I'm surprised I really having as much. I'm happy I'm having as much fun as I'm having. Notice we've gotten to a point where now our lives are represented by just the heads of Plok, similar like we're in freaking Pac-Man now. Oh. A couple of jobs I'm really, really excited about starting. There's a couple sub positions I've put in for, and then I actually applied for a position with a scoop shop. I'm actually really, really excited to hear back on that. The only thing that I'm really mad about is I went in suit and tie, and then they're wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't look right. Well, I mean, I know Ben & Jerry's is fairly laid back, but I'm gonna be like a management type thing, you know. You don't look like that. My feet, no, my feet. You missed my feet exclamation, and I'm like, my feet. Like, there's my feet. That's what you have to do in this level. You have to get to the end of it and get your feet back. And I learned there, you can't use the bladed technique on the flying shield guys. Doesn't work. And that arrow of shells is pointing where we're gonna have to ultimately go once we get our feet back. Ow! See, this attempt I just take way too much damage on the spikes. Boing, 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 boing. Dude, and I decide here, wait a minute, I should hit the targets because I'm going to be able to get the bugs back. So I can grab those hornets and they can help me out later. And then your fist just repops here on the hanger. A doo 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 doo. It has like an echoey sound, like you're in a cave and stuff. So it's actually a really nice little tune. So I hate that fish thing. I hate it so much. Trying to make that jump, it's really, really hard because when you move, you jump in this level, and it's really hard. So I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons lately with my friends Daniel and Natasha, and I think I'm going to upload an episode here pretty soon. A video. I'm going to talk about my adventures. I'm going to do kind of Counter Monkey, a la in Spoonie's, the Spoonie Ones style, and just talk about my the adventures of Gitash Herrenbro, if anyone would be interested in hearing those adventures. Draggy Duck's already heard those adventures, but I think there'd be something people would want to hear. See, I'm going to talk about how I got this game. I must have been at a Kmart or a Woolworth, if anybody out there remembers what a Woolworth is. And for those who have not seen the cover of this game, look it up on Google. The Plok cover, it's like claymation. It looks like, I'm like, wow, that looks really, really interesting. It just had a very unique look to it. Like, is the game going to look like that? Holy cow. Like, I want to play this game. And, of course, the game doesn't look anything like claymation. It aspires to be, but the technology is simply just not there. But then you pick it up, you read the story, it's like, okay, it's a very basic platformer. I got destroyed on acrylic when I started doing the Killing of the Flea levels. I got destroyed. The Cotton Island levels were really, really easy. But, like, wow, I found it was so colorful, it was so fun, I love the music, and just, you kind of fall in love with it. I consider this game a hidden gem on the Super NES, and I just died again. Never fall into the water without any feet, you will die. But it's really hard. Like, I'm not feigning difficulty here. This is actually, like, really, really hard. I'm sure people can see it in my play. This is actually really, really hard. You have to lose your feet. My feet. Oh, by the way, when you're doing these slides right here, just don't touch anything. Just let yourself slide. Do not push down. Do not push right or anything. Just let yourself slide. Otherwise, you will jump up and you will take damage from the spikes. Oh. Okay, got that. I'm also trying to get myself my situation put together so I can actually get myself a place to live. Because both my mom and my sister, I mean, it's not like now, but I mean, they're going to be moving soon within the next month or a few years or so I really do need to find a place of my own. And my friends are trying to help me, like, get me on, like, the housing assistance list and get me into, like, affordable housing and stuff that's income-based, so I'm really, really thankful that I'm getting all their help. Plus, they've really been a good listening ear, because the other day I went to their house and I basically, like, broke down about, like, a whole bunch of stuff I've been dealing with. I'm like, I'm just, like, crying. It was a really bad scene, but it's like, you just need that time sometimes, like, just to let it out. That's like, I just don't know what to do right now. And I'm like, yes, my feet! I got them! Yet, I think there is actually a bonus level there, but screw it. I don't care. I just want the life. Because now it's so easy, because you realize how easy this game is when you have feet, and then they take your feet away, and it makes it ridiculous. Imagine trying to play this game without feet. And that saw blade gets you back here real quick. Yes, lovely feet. We have feet. So I can just say, LDJ, yawn. Oh boy. We can do it, we can do it. Okay. I also want to put up, for those who do not watch Game Trailers recently started a series of videos called The Timeline. And the first episode they did of it was the Zelda timeline, one of the most infamous timelines in all video game history. And then they did Kingdom Hearts. I have my own take on the Fallen Hero timeline or what I like to refer to as the absent hero timeline. I have a theory as to the games in the canon of that timeline and what exactly is occurring, and I'm wondering if that might be something that people would be interested in seeing, because I'd be happy to throw a video together on that. It'd be my own little game theory, if I can. But it is. It's my, because even they kind of bash the timeline a little bit, saying that like that didn't. They're kind of going like from multiverse theory, basically, is what Nintendo's doing. So you gotta kill this shield guy so you can get the gem. There we go. Because you need it to jump on the space. And now I hear the familiar hop of the fleas here. Fleas! Gotta punch him. Yeah, see, I was about to say that. It's like, dude, use your saw blade ability. Like, there you go. It's a very precise jump here. There we go. More of these fleas coming up. Oh, but now we gotta grab one of these gems again. So annoying. I'm like, I have like no life left. Oh, jeez. They're like, oh, Jesus. They just jumped up on a higher platform. Really? Oh. More fleas. Fleas! Get him, get him, get him! Get him, get him, get him! Gotcha. Okay. That's where, right there when I stood still, that's when I ended my story. And I just like, after I finished compiling the video, I'm like, you know what, I really shouldn't be telling this story. It wasn't right. If I got problems with people I work with, I need to be taking it up with them. I really shouldn't be on here bashing people. And that's an advice for everybody out there. You know, this is, the internet is not a place to be complaining about personal problems. Unless you're in a combative situation to begin with, but not when the other party has some level of power over you. I mean, I wouldn't advise it at all anyway, but I mean, people kind of see what I'm saying. You know, don't make your situation worse by going and complaining about it in a public forum. Because I hate the people who are, and I kind of adhere to my own advice. I hate the people who are like, "Oh, well, this is freedom of speech, and I didn't say it to your face, so that this is wrong. This is freedom of speech." Like, you went on the internet and called your employer up. What do you want from them? I didn't do anything close to that, but I mean, I vented my frustration. I'm like, I don't really think this is something I should have done. It doesn't come across right. I just don't want it to get to the right ears and get it to certain ears where people are like, oh, well, you know, you just don't want that. I forgot to mention here, but I was frustrated when I died up on the upper level in the original recording, so I was like, and if I die here, I'm like, no! And I died, and I was like, I'm going to have to do this whole thing again. Like, are you serious? And someone made the comment, like, this is why they like the fact that there are now, like, checkpoints now. Like, well, you know what? I think it gives the game a sense of difficulty that there isn't a checkpoint. You have to do this all in one shot. No Plok continue letter from me, but that's what we're going to do. And it just occurred to me, I'm actually really running out of lives here. And my Plok continue was like a couple areas ago, so this could get really dangerous unless I pick up some lives. So I'm going to have to make a point of really grabbing shells. Yeah, grab the shells, grab the shells. I've really got to get some lives. Man, I got to get a life, man. Yeah, I know this is the attempt where I do it. I can tell just by the time. What do you want? I mean, these levels, it's hard, you know, it's hard. It is, I mean, this game doesn't let up. I give this game credit for its difficulty curve. It does this right. It really does. It's a little kind of sharp about it in some ways, but I argue that it's got it right. That you start really on the easier levels, and then you go to progressively harder and harder levels. 2 feet left. Ugh, I'm tired. I did not sleep good last night. I don't know what happened. My toes were like acting up crazy. Like rub them and they stopped. My sister said, "Oh, you might just be having some cramps. Let's eat some bananas or something." Yeah, I could not sleep last night. That was crazy. But tonight is another night to sleep. Okay, up. Do 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 and I'm running out of air. I am a professional singer. I am not. I was not in the Dapper Dans, people. Oh, here's the last two fleas. They're up by the flag. Gotcha. I've also really gotten into watching Conan the Adventurer again, which is a really good show. It's not perfect, but it's a good show. So everyone, pop that up on YouTube. Conan the Adventurer. It's an awesome show. There's the flag. Forget this guy. Just grab the flag. Forget the guy. Just grab the flag. 8th obstacle in Double Dare. Just grab the flag. Forget the fact this guy's in the way. Just grab the flag. Thank you. Whew. Back in one piece. I guess so. Whew. I wonder where all these fleas have come from. We'll find out next time on Let's Play Plok. This is Firewizard23. Take care and bye-bye for now, everybody.